What's up, good people? Well, Jason Tatum ain't playing. This don't like the same type of basketball game. It ain't the same thing. What's up, though? Man, I see my man. I don't know if y'all up on Crime and Entertainment Hollywood. Wade, he got that podcast. He keep tagging me in this interview he got with that U.S. attorney. That's really real talk. That's my type of conversation. But for any of y'all who don't know what's up with that, what's up, Joe? What's happening, man? What it do, homeboy? I appreciate it. They keep talking about Cuffy sent. I don't even know if they still using the word affidavit, but I believe the word we supposed to be using is affidavit. They saying that Cuffy sent Meech an affidavit or some type of legal notice to ask him what was up once he got everything down to the Franks motion and all that. And you know, them dudes is like, first and foremost, I ain't even disrespecting nobody, but I don't think Wade background is the background of the homeboy. We getting money, we doing all this together, and then we get popped, and now it's us against the world. I don't think that's his cultural background. I'm almost certain. But definitely, I don't care nothing about what a U.S. attorney talking about. You dig? And the U.S. attorney was alluding to the fact that somebody could have been trying to set Meech up in that matter. Man, listen, man. You ain't even got to get carried away or confused or get your signals crossed with that whole thing with Meech and Cuffy, bruh. What they missing, and I don't care how they explain it away, they missing the fact that Meech connected Cuffy with Tammy, and Tammy's an informant. He's ultimately always wrong. All these excuses and all you Meech eaters keep making up for, that's not a street, that's not an admirable, honorable excuse, bruh. So I see now the narrative that they trying to run with, which is not even a narrative overall. Now they trying to run with the narrative. What's wrong with Cuffy? Why would Cuffy say something? This top right slip. Why would Cuffy say something? Why would Cuffy say something to Meech if it knows he's gonna get him put into a drug conspiracy? Bruh, that's a crock of bullshit. Meech's name was already in the affidavit that the U.S. Attorney Office, that the DEA in St. Louis took to the U.S. Attorney's Office in St. Louis, and they got the Title III wiretap. What the hell are y'all talking about? His name was already in the affidavit. His name was already in all the paperwork, but the feds ain't indict. When you know the feds not to indict, like most of the dudes who got an opinion on this whole case ain't read none of the cases to go to it. So now I ask Hollywood, Wade, and anybody that said that opinion, do you believe that in them wiretaps, if they got them wiretaps to prove that whatever year they got them approved, you think old boy not on there? Or if he not on there, you wonder why? He know better? Come on, man, cut the jokes out. Everybody he was dealing with at the time was some way or form connected to a rat or an informant. From Terry White to Tammy Corns to the dude Daniel Corral, like, and all the dudes that testified in that case and the other case that went back to Atlanta and back to Michigan and back to California, bruh, is a whole bunch of informants, bruh. They was playing a secret informant game. I think they was getting ahead by being informants. Luke, man, what it do? I need you to come up the job, get some food. I guess it's a promo. Last we just meeting on man time, but you gonna eat free. Okay, Slam, salute. You seen Sean G on Matt Cox channel. I seen some of it. I thought they did a good job. Spam within the chat. What? I don't know what the fuck you talking about. But one thing I'm not gonna do, I'm not gonna argue about something that is that easy to understand. That should be very easy to understand, man. And just because a podcaster or someone else who may have been involved in the drug trade before said, oh no, I wouldn't do that. Guess what? A whole bunch of niggas wouldn't go to trial with you neither. A whole bunch of niggas are tell. So most of the people that say, oh, I would do this or I would do that, they the same niggas that are cooperating. The government said we'll let you out in 5 years and we giving everybody else 30 years and we giving everybody else life. Most of them niggas gonna cooperate. Most of them niggas is gonna cooperate, bruh. What do 20 mean? Did you peep how they use the terminology prisoner being deposited into the mega prison is crazy? I ain't sure. I ain't sure if I'm on what you saying. I think I am though. I think I am. I'm gonna make you proud right now. I hope you proud. You proudly up out of here. Your witness protection bid looks kinda real. Had me fooled, not gonna lie. You must don't wanna be over here neither, huh? Each whole situation is disappointing. Yeah, and then I don't want y'all to think that I'm just, riding it, which I really don't care if nobody think I'm riding the mat or not, but oh, Porzingis is bleeding. Look like WWF out there. Man. But crime and entertainment, my man Hollywood Wade, he's been very interested in it. And I think the only point he cares about is why should Meech respond? Fuck all that. Why should Meech introduce Cuffy to Tammy? Ain't that a bigger question? Like, you over there talking to the U.S. attorney. The U.S. attorney's well, yeah. He look like he's a cold-blooded alcoholic now. What's your opinion on Tay Keith getting another 80 years? I ain't even looked into it. That's a lot of time, though. If you want my opinion, did you say opinion? Yeah, my opinion is that's a lot of time. I hope we can get back. I don't even know the charge. Man, that's real talk. I don't even know the charge. 80 years, good God. That's a lot of time right there. 80 piece, huh, man? I'm not lying. What you think about it, though? What's the deal with it? Baltimore here, that's how you cover the building, bro. Here you go. He said, what up, DC? I'm Chicago Whites. That's what you repping? Okay, that's what you repping. Who's a black American, man? 80 is crazy. Made that mistake at a young age. You the one that's interjecting race in the channel. If you saying, am I allowed to be here, or is this another racist channel? But you here, right? He should have took that 20. Now he got 4 times that off. Yeah, well, hopefully he might get back on a pill or something. You know, should have kind of. I'm saying you cool though. Nah, bro, it's a history to go to. Maybe you should go do your history and then come back. Just go Google DC Blacks. There's a bunch of non-accurate information there, but just Google DC Blacks. If you think it's just a racist channel. You put that blanket in the dryer, didn't you? Oh, Lakers bossed up last night. I know you was nervous. I ain't gonna lie. But it was no reason to be nervous. They they dominated the whole game. You talking about at the end when they was coming back, it was like they got it down to single digits. They was out of gas though. Hold on 1 second, let me put this shit in the dryer. They was out of gas. You know they was out of gas. You was nervous. Man, they was drowning slowly. But they look good. I think LeBron and Luka was clicking on all cylinders last night, man. They just split Porzingis' head open, bro. They got him out there in bandages. Both had over 10 boards apiece. Yeah, Luke Ma. Hit that like button. Shout out to my man Luke Ma. What it say? I know it's like the 3rd time I bring it up on your channel, but it's an important case right now. That's going to set precedents for future as to whether black people have a right to self-defense. What case is that? Black people. What case is that? You can't say something like that and then just leave it open. What case is that? Oh, that's a state case though. That ain't going to be. That's not going to determine if black people have a right to self-defense in the whole country. They might determine what they got going on in Texas. That ain't no fair case. Keep your opinion to yourself, bro. Don't nobody care. It's going to set precedents in every stand your ground state. Hell no, bro. That's not correct. Ain't no case that come out of Texas going to affect the cases in every other state. Only case that can affect something in every other state is a case that go to Supreme Court, bro. That's not true. Somebody got a misconception. State law don't work like that. Said stay in India. Let me get a setting real quick, bro. Well, you know more law than me, so I'm gonna go with your opinion. I ain't saying it ain't gonna set no precedents in that state though. I'm just telling you that if it come out of Texas, it ain't gonna affect no state laws nowhere. Only thing that can affect laws all over the country is the Supreme Court. You know? Hold on though. What is your point of view about the war in the Middle East, Gaza? I don't like to get into all that type of talk on here, but I think it's a terrible situation. I said that them people been living like that for over 50 years. What's your opinion on it? We got our own problems over here, though. We ain't going through what they going through, but what can I do? Is that right? You're entitled to your opinion. What's your opinion on them sending people over there to that prison in El Salvador? My man clicked all that shit. Got that shit up out of here. And put the peoples in witness protection. He went hard, got the clicking. I had a nice healthy dinner. But I gotta get back to work. Nah, go somewhere else. Talking about the Dominican Republic is deporting Haitians, yeah. Shoot, they deporting anybody that's dark skin over there, damn near. They detained some Americans and they had to prove their heritage, nationality, I mean. That whole situation crazy, but Covey shouldn't be rapping on that phone either. Yeah, but we not gonna hold him accountable for his mistakes based on treachery. Treachery is still treachery, even if I make mistakes. Even if I'm on the phone saying, man, send me 100 bricks. If you the one that put me on the phone with the nigga, ain't you wrong? Ain't that person wrong? Pancake house, you dope. Straight to the pancake house. That's how we going over here. That's how we rocking. I think Boston still got him. See, but you speaking real shit. That's a fact, ain't it, man? I thought that was understood for even people who not in the life. Do anybody disagree with what I'm saying? What point is? I don't understand why that's a talking point even in the matter. That don't prove nothing to be inaccurate. What the fact is with that whole Meech Tammy thing is, did Meech know? Was it a play? When did he know she was an informant? She was a wicked informant. She wasn't no little person that just got caught up in one thing and just told something, man. She was working for them people. Miranda, what's up? What's up, Detroit? Ain't too much. I was talking about crime and entertainment. Hollywood Wade, he doubling down on the point that, what was me supposed to do when Cuffy reached out to him in whatever way he reached out to him, saying, if he responds, he puts himself in a drug conspiracy. I'm saying, bro, let's stop joking and playing. Tammy put him in a drug conspiracy because the information that came from her was in the affidavit that eventually resulted in a Title III wiretap on Cuffy's phone that led to everything else that occurred with him. Wicked informant. I think it's crazy. But to answer the question, see, he said, what was he supposed to do? If I was him, I would, and I was legitimately innocent. See, like if you got something, if you know something that we don't know, then you act stupid. But if you really ain't got nothing to do with it, then you say that nah, that's not what we was doing. That's all you say. But I don't understand why that's a major issue. Yeah, I don't think he thought it was gonna come to light, but now that it came to light, you know, it's an issue. What's up? What's up? What it do, yo? Bruh, that question make me wonder what's up with you. I mean, I see your question, but like I don't understand it. They act like they want to make it a game. Frank Matthews, what's up, home? Trying to figure out what's up with this comment before yours. Like, what kind of question is that? What do he want to get into? What kind of conversation is he trying to get into, Luke Mont? Wickeder than wicked. What up, E? Artifacts, what's happening? Salute. What's up with you? I ain't doing nothing but chilling, man. Watching a little bit of this game. Was working on some content. Some different content, anyway. I'm surprised my man Jawan ain't jump on here, but I know he watching the game. They going up out of here. Put him on that gurney. I see I did that video on John Gresham. That joke got like 11,000 views. That went to watch that. I gotta get back to some of that ABDC Black history. That's the foundation of the channel, man. That old DC prison history. Man, I know one thing from reading those papers from that Frank's here. She made over $250,000 being an informant. What's next up on the DC Blacks channel? I got this story I've been working on, but I just ain't figured out a way to tell it in my own way. So I'm gonna just start doing some more interviews, and then I got some of the old timers I'm gonna get back with. I've been a little busy. What's up? Shout out to my Richmond niggas, bro. $250,000, yeah, something like that, like 220 something $1,000, something like that, almost a quarter million. I mean, and that was at that time. Who knows what she done made since then? They was down there paying her bills. Yeah, shout out to Richmond. Said that man Shannon Sharp the trending topic. Yeah, I saw that jump come across the screen while I was taking care of something earlier. I listened to a little bit of it. What y'all think about that Shannon Sharp situation? I ain't looked deep into it. They on Shannon bumper. So how that supposed to end? Wonder what Golden State gonna do. Shannon modern day Jack Dempsey. You say Shannon the modern day Jack Dempsey? That's what it is? Oh yeah, I did see the person who was that alleged what was up. Messed up Jason Tatum ain't playing, but they holding it down. Orlando pressing though. Oh, big rebound. 8 minutes left. Tony Busby. Who was Tony Busby? Langston Turns TV. Shout out to Langston Turns TV. All good on Benning Road. Shit. They found a body in the dumpster on Benning Road. I ain't heard a body in a dumpster in a while, bro. Oh, Tony Busby. Oh, my bad, my bad, my bad. I forgot all about that nigga, bro. That's a Tony Busby joint? Yeah, I get it, my bad, I was slow. I know who you talking about now. I was like, what? Who the hell is that? I don't know how you forgot. I don't know how I forgot that name. Yeah, exactly, Blue Mom. Right there in them dumpsters at the bottom of the parking lot. On the side where the curry out on the subway at. And the Pizza Hut. Like right there on that corner where all the dumpsters at. They said it was a body in that jump. But that ain't the first time it been a body in dumpsters over there. They accused the person that's supposed they killed the baby of putting the baby in the dumpster. He ran for mayor in Texas. What part of Texas? Bloodsucker. Oh, okay, Boston. They running. Yeah, slam older lady or something. Yeah, you help. Yeah, that was crazy. And my people had told me 2 days ago, she said, you know somebody got killed over there? I was like, damn, but that ain't wasn't the first time. But then when I saw it on the news yesterday and they said blunt force trauma strangulation dumped in the trash, I said, oh, that ain't no regular jump. That's a body found. Like somebody had got hit in front of the Zips, the cleaners over there in DC. Somebody got shot there. That wasn't unusual. Gun violence is a unfortunate everyday occurrence. But to be beaten the head, strangled, or thrown in a dumpster, that's a different type of situation. Them like 80s and 90s crimes. Somebody grandmother, that's wild. Rest in peace. Yeah, that's gonna be a wild jump when that jump unfold, whenever that hit the newspaper. And it's crazy. They got cameras everywhere, but they probably don't got no camera shot right there. Somebody said facts. Yeah, but I thought that was quite mysterious. I ain't gonna lie to you. Oh, he kind of pulled her. Yeah, he grabbed her. Man, do any of y'all subscribe to my man 504 Street Stories Unplugged? Shout out to my man 504. I gotta subscribe to his channel. He got some nice joints over there. He had a joint on Al Prophet. I ain't know that Al Prophet had told on a drive-by shooting when he was 17. It was in the paper. The Browns not going to lose game 2. Anybody could have bet that game last night. They came out like they weren't going. They say LeBron was in the gym 3 hours early. He was striking the three-pointer for a minute last night, too. Crazy work. Where y'all from? Who we got in here tonight, man? Playoffs on this joint light. They dropping that thunder. Back to a 10-point lead in Boston. Boston, man, representing without Jason Tatum tonight. Everybody, I know everybody must be watching the game. My man Juwan ain't even tapped in. Ooh, they lost it. Al Prophet still own Boomcraft money. How you know that? How you know he own Boomcraft money? What, for the documentary and the stuff like that? I said he posted something about how dangerous Nate Boomcraft supposed to been back in the day and shit. He a rat. Nate Boomcraft. He a known rat. He was in real witness protection. Celtics going to repeat. I know one thing. I know Jason Tatum better hurry up and get healthy, as they say. You a Celtics fan? Or you just think that that's what it looked like right now? They just gonna dog shit. The Warriors are scary. Yeah, I'm gonna check the Warriors out tonight. I mean, I'm gonna really watch them. Playoff Warriors anyway. You know what I mean? Like I ain't really paying them too much time. I was watching LeBron and them. I was watching what who is that that's spanking Memphis right now? Who Memphis playing y'all in that series? They dogging Memphis. You say I'm a Hawks fan, but a fan of basketball. Okay, so yeah, OKC dogging Memphis. I was watching. I was into that joint. Of course, I was watching the Lakers. Although I missed the game where they lost. The first one I saw was the one last night. But I sat down for a second and watched this Boston joint, see what they could do without Jason Tatum. They ain't making no free throws. Them free throws would have helped him. He pulling his jersey like football. Yeah, OKC. Yeah, good looking OKC. Kawhi look dangerous too. That's another guy I ain't been paying attention lately. It's under 5 minutes now. Uh-oh. He going to the rack. Oh, he gonna shoot it. They tied. Lakers defense in the first quarter of both games was ridiculous. I know when it was something like 30-15, I felt confident that they came to play. I mean, I knew that Anthony Edwards and them was gonna make a run, which they did. I mean, Shawty was scoring at will at certain points of the game, especially when he was slicing down through the middle, little scoop shot. Jaylen Brown, they can't make a shot. Timberwolves had 19 points with 2 minutes to go last night. Yeah, that's true, Bill. That's true, Bill. I ain't paid the Knicks versus Pistons series too much. I watched some of it. What was that yesterday? That's on the blue collar. So they was cooking though. I was sleeping on it. I will say that they was cooking though. The game got a little bit better than what I thought. I don't take New York all the way serious yet. Although they was cooking. They in the playoffs. What the fuck? Lakers my team. I'm a Lakers fan right now. As long as LeBron there. I like Boston too though, but I'm a Lakers fan right now. I like players more than teams. It's been like that since the days of Michael Jordan and Allen Iverson and shit. They cooking. Denver Clippers, the best series so far. Yeah, Denver and the Clippers, they cooking. Yeah, you gotta find Jabbar. As soon as I talk about sports for a few minutes, he ain't around. Watch. As soon as I get on some other shit, he gonna come on this show and say, "What you think about the Celtics winning without Jason Tatum? What you think about LeBron defense in the first quarter last night?" Damn, off the backboard. Iverson was best pound for pound player in history of basketball. I like the way that sounds. What about Isaiah? Now I better shoot. They about to run out of shot clock time. Ooh. They going crazy in Boston. Oh, Pritchard. Yeah, Iverson was my favorite pound for pound, though. Somebody get Juwan on here, man. I know he's just in heaven. He got 2 basketball games on at one time. Isaiah looked like he had a stroke or something lately on serious note. I ain't noticed that. I only see him here and there when I cut on what that is. They on NBA TV. Yeah, Isaiah did take a team of role players all the way there. You right. You all right. That was still a good championship. They only won 1 game that year, that series, right? They only won 1 game that series, but that 1 game they won was exciting. Technically, Jordan only mastered 3 moves. What you want to do with that ground beef? And let the raw ground beef. No, it's some in the bag. In the baggie? What moves was that? You said he only mastered 3 moves. What moves was that? Fadeaway jumper, dunk. What else? Right now it's looking like OKC and Boston in the finals. Man, I don't know about that. I can go for Boston, but I ain't gave up on the Lakers or the Nuggets yet. OKC looking good though. Right now it's looking like OKC. Do you think WAC 100 is a rat? I don't know nothing about. I never read nothing about him ratting on nobody. I don't get with what everybody else just be saying. You got some paperwork where he cooperated with the government against somebody? Step back. Yeah. Step back. Okay. He's always a step ahead on criminal activity. Yeah, that don't make him a rat, though. I mean, I hear people say that all the time, but that don't make him a rat. But what's his defense of that? Because people done asked him about that before. I don't follow enough of that stuff. I only see him here and there in clips on Instagram or TikTok or something. Yeah, this show about over right here. They fought back, but it's done. Jordan was the best decoy ever. Decoy? That's the word you want to use? I ain't never heard nobody use the word decoy. Big jumper, big three-pointer. Jaylen Brown out there cooking. What's wrong with Jason Tatum? He's got a hand injury or something? Big rebound. He said it's a cleanup. Yeah, they done. I ain't never been to a game in Boston. We might have to do that. Ooh. Yeah, everybody tired. They falling on the floor. Lakers got a shot, just not sure if they got enough bigs to play with OKC. It would be a great series. Tatum hurt his wrist. Oh, that's why he got that thing on the eye. So that's a wrist injury. But he did good without him tonight, though. I'm about to get out of here, y'all, man. I'll catch y'all in a minute, man. Off the ball, he brought so much attention his way that distracted the defense. Okay. Yeah, he could change the game without the ball because, you know, as soon as he get the ball, depending on what position he get the ball, low post, on the block, high post, you know he going to cook.